Hey there, my friend and fellow trader. It's Will here over to XAUUSD.com. First of all, welcome to the video. So some exciting news today regarding a new indicator that I've coded and been using for the past, since the start of the year for trading cryptocurrencies. It's based on one of my long time Forex indicators, and I've been able to code it for Tradingview, so we can now use it for trading cryptocurrencies. In this video, I'm going to show you how it works, and then at the end of the video, I'll share with you how to actually access the indicator. Okay, so it's very, very powerful. I've used this indicator since I started trading. It's the first indicator I've really ever coded, and I've continued to use it from basically 2013. When I actually firstly coded it for Think and Swim, then over to MT4, and now on to Tradingview. Okay, there's a few slight coding differences, a few slight price action things that are in the indicator for trading crypto, but it still works on Tradingview for normal normal currencies and stocks, indexes, basic commodities, anything you put on the chart. If you follow the instructions that I give you in this video on how to use it, you will do pretty well. So personally, I use this indicator for swing trading on the cryptocurrency markets. Sometimes I use it for day trading Bitcoin and Monero, but mostly I use it for looking for good setups on cryptocurrencies that I'm looking at. Okay, it works across all cryptocurrencies. You can use it for, if you're using Binance, you can use it on the futures, where you can actually short the market and make money as the market goes down and make money as the market goes up. Okay, so first off, I'm going to share with you the way I use it and the main method. I'm going to share with you a continuation method, trend continuation entries, and basically trend reversal entries, and how to exit, how to enter, and how to exit a position. Okay, so we look at, when I'm swing trading, I look at the 4-hour and the daily charts. Okay, we have an alert system that's built into this indicator. Okay, and what I look to do is I look to sell the market. Okay, when price goes outside the bands or in the volatility bands here, and then a sell position occurs at the close of a candle. Okay, you can program the alert to, we'll just look at it now, the alert. Okay, we'll enter it here, and it will give you, once per bar close, it'll give you a sell signal if it occurs, and you'll receive an email, or you can load your phone number into Tradingview, and then head over to the charts and see if it's a good signal. Okay, so we look to take a sell trade when the market goes outside or is at the bands area. Okay, then a sell signal happens. Okay, similar to this one here. Okay, so this one did not work. Okay, we look to put our stop loss above the high. Okay, above the high of the entry candle. Okay, or the candle before the swing high. Okay, so this would have been the entry candle. Our stop loss would have been above this high. Okay, we put it just slightly above it and then enter the position. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, that one would have got stopped out. As we're moving back up, okay, you can see the market sells off again here. Stop loss again would have been above the high, the swing high here. Okay, the swing high of this move, which was here. We get the initial sell trade to close this candle. We would enter this position. Okay, now the way we exit this position is either we exit at the opposite bands area, okay, or at when it sorry, an opposite signal occurs. So either down here you can enter a trade, or sorry, exit this sell position, or wait for alternative signal to happen. Okay, just like what happened here. Okay, obviously if you had a sold down here, you would have made more, but up here, okay, still a nice move in Bitcoin. That's from 54 down to what, 49 and a half. That would have been a nice trade there. Okay, this position here is not a sell trade, as we're not at the bands area. Okay, this buy signal here, okay, you can see we touched the bands and then we got the initial buy signal. I classify this one as more risky, as it's a lot further up, to take this, I like the positions to be down in and around the bands area. Okay, you can see this one here. Okay, market goes outside the bands, then sells off. It's more or less near the bands here, then sells off. Opposite signal or down at the opposite bands area here. Okay, opposite signal. Again, this one, these signals here, I wouldn't have taken them as they didn't really go to the bands area. They didn't enter the bands area. And this buy signal obviously is not a buy signal because we're not down the bottom bands area. Okay, you can see this here is a beautiful sell signal. Okay, market goes outside the bands, the volatility bands. We get the sell signal, and you can see the huge drop we had there, and it dropped all the way down. On the daily charts, we got from 61k, more or less the all-time high. Again, the stop loss above up here. We enter and close this candle, we would have received an alert for this, and in the market sells off. Okay, you can either enter at the opposite bands area or wait for an alternative signal. Okay, either one. Okay, we've got a nice buy trade here at the minute. Okay, happened this week. Okay, market goes outside the bands area and close this candle. We would have received a signal or alert, and then we would have entered the position. Okay, stop loss is down under this swing low. Okay, so just under 30k there, and again wait for it to go to the opposite bands area, which is looking likely, or wait for an opposite sell signal to occur. Okay, so that's on the daily charts as swing trading. Okay, you can see like a lot of these moves. Okay, we're not going to get them all, but the ones we do get, they're very, very powerful. Okay. If we look at the 4-hour charts for shorter term trading on the 4-hour, okay, we get a lot more signals and a lot more entries. You can see we actually just got a signal here, 2 signals on Bitcoin to go down. You can see we actually got these alerts. I had these alerts set on the 4-hour charts, and you can see the alert log actually see the opening of these candles give these signals. Okay, one here and one here to enter this position to the short side. Okay, see we had one yesterday. We had a sell signal here. Market goes down, we close in the opposite signal here. Okay, that's basically telling us the market is likely to start moving against us. We would have sold here, would have exited here on the opposite buy signal. Okay, the rules for this will be included, and I'll discuss through at the end of the video that in more detail. You can see another beautiful buy signal here. Market drops down outside bands area. The signal happens on this candle. We would have got the alert via your email. And the good thing about Tradingview is this indicator can be loaded on the Tradingview app. Okay, so you can get your signal via the email. You just flick into your Tradingview app. You can look to see if it's a decent signal or not, if it's at the bands area, if it meets the right criteria. Okay, pretty simple criteria to be met, but you can see this signal here at 34,600, the close of the candle, and the opposite sell signal up here. We would have exited the position or at the opposite bands area. Okay, this one obviously is not a signal here. We're in no man's land. Okay, similar to this one. This one is not a signal. It's too high up into the middle of no man's land there. Again, we want the signals to occur down inside the bands area, or sell signals to happen up inside or at the bands area at the top. You can see this one starting to move nicely from this sell off here today. See another buy signal here, opposite sell signal. Okay, occurs. Okay, continuation trades, again a bit more risky. Okay, when you want to take sell signals at the middle bands area. Okay, the middle volatility bands, when you see a sell signal, and continue down till you get an opposite signal. Okay, so this one here, we would have sold at the bands and then exit the position on the opposite signal. Again, similar story here, sold at the bands and exited at the opposite positions. Again here, sold at the bands area and exited in the opposite position. That is a trend continuation trade. I like to take these positions as long as price action is staying underneath the middle line or above the middle line for buy signals. Okay, because you can see quite clearly, as price is moving down here, it's staying under this under the bands area here. So every time it comes to this bands area, you get a sell signal to sell. That's how I would do it until this is broken, until prices starts moving back up and breaks through the middle bands area, like it has done here. I will not take sell signals of the middle bands area here, but all these ones here are perfect all the way down. You can see great signals. This indicator does not repaint. It gives signals in real time. You can see we've just started to break through the middle line here. Okay, so okay, we're selling off. We're starting to get sell signals. If another buy signal happens here, I will buy this to go to the upside. So I am kind of waiting for a buy signal to happen on Bitcoin here to confirm this is going back up, to confirm with the daily signal we had that I showed you several minutes ago. So this will be a nice signal if this occurs on the 4-hour charts. A buy signal happens around this area here. So I'll wait for that. At the bands area, you can see we broke up through the bands area here. Okay, we got the sell signal, and then we got our first touch of the band. This is a signal I won't take. This is the first touch of the band, and then we had the initial, we've got the rally up. So this is the second touch of the band area here. So I'll wait to see the next signal that happens on Bitcoin. If this is a buy signal, it is very bullish, and I will enter this to the upside. Okay, but you can see it's very accurate when you're below these trend lines here. Okay, if we go to another move up, okay, so when the market was moving sideways several weeks ago, you're just selling at the bands area here. Okay, we get a lot more signals on the 4-hour charts. You can see buy signal outside the bands, buy, opposite sell signal. Similar story here. Outside the bands, we get the buy, opposite sell signal up here, sell signal here, opposite buy at the bands area, opposite sell signal here, opposite signal here. Okay, again, the stop loss goes above the swing high or the swing low, or below the swing low. So if it's a sell position, you go the last swing high in the move up, which if we look at this one here, okay, we have this swing high up here. Basically, you put your stop above here and either let the market take you out or close on an opposite buy signal, which was here. And again, you have the alert set, so you'll know when to exit these positions simply via email. Okay, you can see we get an email from Tradingview when an alert happens. Okay, again, the program that alert is pretty simple. You just select the condition here. Once you have the CryptoAceX indicator onto your chart, you just select buy and sell once per bar close and just select create. Okay, each week you'll have to do again. You can set your expiry time to whenever you want, depending on your Tradingview account. Okay, but when these signals occur, they're very, very powerful. You can see other ones that I'm looking at the minute is Monero. Okay, we'll have a look at Monero here. Okay, Monero. Binance is the broker I use. We'll start looking at the daily chart first, and we'll go over that again. Okay, the rules for using this indicator will be below, but you can see basically at the top of this move all the way down. Okay, we had the initial sell signal here. Okay, that one would have got stopped out above the swing high. Market moves up. Okay, remember we're in a kind of a market moves up here. Sell signal happens here. Opposite signal happens here. We would have closed out in that position, and then we actually get the huge sell position here on Monero, and you can see this is from 476, sorry, 450. It would have been the close of this candle, and the market drops all the way down from this signal here. Okay, so this one wouldn't have made money here. This one would have got stopped out, but then we have this huge signal here, and it plummets to the downside. Okay, either close on the opposite candle or wait for an opposite signal to occur, and that's what I'm kind of waiting on here now on Monero. An opposite buy signal. Okay, again, this sell signal, we're basically in no man's land here. Nothing's really happening. I'm waiting for a buy signal, the daily chart, to confirm the next direction for Monero. Okay, if we look at the 4-hour chart, for a lot, you get a lot more signals, be able to make more money on the futures market, buying and selling Monero with Binance. You can see some nice signals this week already. We had this buy signal here down at the bands area. Market moves up. We have it again this morning. There's a sell signal that's just occurred on the close of the last candle. So this will be interesting to see what happens here. Again, we have this is the huge move down. Okay, we have the first breakthrough of the bands area. Market gets our first reaction at the center line, comes back up again, and we get our second sell signal at the center line. So this is a trend continuation. Again, similar story here, two trades at once. Opposite buy signal, we close out this position. Market moves down again. We get another sell signal here, and then we hit this huge drop. And this would have been the exit of this position here, either at the opposite bands area or the opposite signal entry, which would have been this area here. Okay, you can see this would have been lovely trades to be playing on the way down here after the confirmation upward and downtrend from the first touch, the second sell signal touch, and the market drops pretty nicely there. Okay, so very powerful trading indicator. Okay, for trading cryptos, it works on any currency pair. I like to use it for swing trading the 4-hour and daily charts. Again, for trading the futures markets, if you're using Binance, who I recommend be using for cryptocurrencies, these signals are very powerful for buying and selling the market and making money in the futures market, where you actually have access to leverage. So to access the indicator, simply click the link below. You will get a full video on how to use the indicator. What I'm also throwing in today with the indicator is a 1-hour coaching call with me. Okay, for the first 15 people to access the indicator, we'll get a 1-hour coaching call with me, where I will actually show you how that actually works and explain it in more depth to you, how it works. These calls will be recorded, and people who buy the indicator will have access to the recordings once they happen. So click the link below, access the indicator for the incredible price today. If you have any questions, let me know at will@xaus.com. Very powerful indicator for crypto traders. Looking forward to hearing the results. Looking forward to the first 15 people that get involved and get on a call with me. Okay, so click the link below, and I shall speak to you soon. Will over to xaus.com.